Good morning, everyone. This is Cameron with the Burnside Team at Keller Real Estate. So today is a really big, exciting call I've been looking forward to for a number of weeks because we get to talk about what is our future supposed to look like here in Utah when it comes to real estate. So I'm getting a lot of my information today from a presentation that was given to the real estate agents about 2 weeks ago. And the presentation was done by a gentleman by the name of Jim Woods. A lot of people will recognize that name. He is the senior fellow up at the David Eccles School of Business at the University of Utah. He is seen as probably one of the foremost experts as far as economics outlooks and being able to see what our trends have been with all of the data. So he's someone that for years we've gone to and talked to every year just to see what the projections are for the following year and to study what the past year has been like. So there's a presentation that was given to us. I'm going to include that presentation here in this link when you get this email so that you can look at the entire thing. It gets into a lot of detail. And it's about 5 pages of different categories and sectors of our market. Really good information, especially if you're following real estate. So let me give you kind of the highlights of that market. First and foremost, we know that last year was a real change versus what we had seen the last couple of years. The market went down from about May, where our height was, till December, almost 14%. So went way down compared to what we were. Now, the previous 2 years, we'd gone up nearly 40%. So it can't all be bad news. I mean, we did give that market back some of what it gave us before. But what are they thinking is going to happen this year? Well, they're not anticipating any kind of a serious real estate bubble. We're not looking at any kind of a recession. And they're basing that off of the fact that our job outlook is still very, very good, especially here in Utah. And then we also have inventory-wise, even though we're up quite a bit from where we were a year ago, we still have a decent amount of inventory, relatively speaking. So we're not expecting any kind of a major fall off the cliff. If you look at what is happening with inflation, because inflation, of course, is one of the big things that's driving all of this, and because interest rates have been going up, to try to counter that. So one of the questions becomes, okay, where do they project inflation to be? Well, based on Jim's numbers, he thinks that inflation will be around 5% by the end of this year, which is a lot better than what it has been, getting closer up to 9%. And one of the biggest things that's causing that is the interest rate hike, as they've been slowing down the market, so to speak, to combat that inflation. Interest rates have been going up higher, getting up around 7% in some areas. Now, they're projecting anywhere, and there's a lot of different viewpoints here, but they're projecting anywhere from, if you look at different economists and different mortgage experts, they're saying it could be anywhere from 5 to 9%. So that's an enormous gap, especially when it comes to real estate pricing. But they believe the consensus is a little bit closer to that 6.5 to 7.5 range by the end of the year. So there is still a chance that we could see interest rates going up a little bit higher. But again, they're not projecting those to go skyrocketing. Don't think we'll see anything close to what we had back in the 80s. I wasn't really in real estate at that point, but a lot of you will remember 16, 17, 18% interest rates. We're not seeing anything like that in our future. As far as our housing prices go, there's also some wide variety as far as what people are thinking is going to happen. The consensus is that we're not going to fall off a cliff, though in some parts of the country, I think you are going to see people getting hit harder than what we will here in Utah. But we anticipate a range. We believe that our values are still going to continue to go down the first, second quarter, which is not great, but again, it's just a cycle in our real estate market. And we believe that it will level off towards the end of the year. So we think we're not going to just drop off, but we do see us coming down some additional percentage points from where we are right now. So some of the best case scenarios, they think it could be anywhere from no decline towards the end of the year and having similar prices as to what we had towards the end of 2022. There is also a worst case scenario, and they think that could be up to about 5%. So anything from no appreciation to about a 5% decline in prices is projected. So what that is telling us is that if you are looking at selling, we would recommend you do it sooner or later because there's a good chance that values are going to be going down for the next couple of quarters. We don't feel like anybody should be in a panic with what's going to happen. I don't think you're going to lose 30% of the value of your house. So if you are interested in learning more, we can do a deeper dive into the numbers, into what's going on. This is information that's really, really good for people to know, especially if they're planning a move or if they know other people who are planning a move, because we really, really do believe that our market is still very fluid and there's a lot of things happening. We're studying this market every single week. We're looking at inventory, we're looking at pricing. So if you have any questions about what's going on, please feel free to reach out to me directly. Let me know what questions you have, And if you're thinking about a move, let's figure out if it's going to be the best decision for you now, or if we want to wait maybe a little bit longer term. So hope you're having a great day and look forward to connecting with you soon.